ExternalLabs.com found several reasons why the odd front may be pertinent to defending some of the spread run concepts that you're seeing in most levels of football today. There's several reasons why, which we detail in our full-length special report. One of the reasons is that you get more eyes on the back end in terms of linebackers and secondary. They're able to see the ball with only 3 down. They could see the ball. They could see the mesh points. They could see the transitions of the ball carriers. They could see who has the ball in option schemes, and that does help on the back end. You also have several coverage rotation variables that you could use in odd front permutations. But more importantly, what we're seeing now is more teams advancing their odd fronts to play 4-eye techniques or first-level B-gap presence on both ends of the formation, particularly if there's not a 3-man surface or there's not a tight end alignment. And what that does is several advantages, but the main advantage is that it eliminates double teams at the point of attack. Most spread run teams that operate out of 11 personnel or 10 personnel with that Y off or that sniffer formation that you see here, a lot of them look for that 3 technique. They want to double the 3 technique, get movement on that player to the Mike linebacker so the Mike linebacker cannot work over the top. Playing 4 eyes in an odd front eliminates that possibility, as you'll see here in a few of these clips from years past. This is just an outside linebacker here, a strong outside linebacker in odd front, blitzing the edge. This is a power read concept, okay, where you're getting that jet motion, that fast flow motion over the top. All it is a blitz to stop that concept of the play, so that eliminates one option to play altogether, and it just puts the ball in the quarterback's hands, so now you're getting a single read element. But again, it's the 4-eye presence that helps in the gap scheme with the quarterback power, as you'll see here from the end zone shot. So right now, this player is actually playing in a 5, but he's able to get leverage on that tackle so the tackle cannot work. The linebackers are already overshifted because it's an unbalanced set, and this is what offenses do. We know this. They come out in the unbalanced set with the fly sweep action, so they have an extra player on the perimeter to block if the actual fly sweep is given. The quarterback now is going to put the ball in the mesh. What that does is it allows the backside linebacker to come over the top. Okay, here comes the backside guard working. This 5 technique is still unblocked, so he's forced to pick him up, and now you have a fold-in cutback player, okay, over the top who's able to play in a backside B-gap. If that's what you choose to do, the ball ends up there, and the player is there to make the tackle. We all know defensive is just a numbers game, and playing that odd front will give you numbers possibilities because you got more players on the back end. Here's the same concept out of unbalance. It's a field blitz to take away that jet sweep action, so that strong outside linebacker is coming on that field blitz. And what that does now, it helps that next inside linebacker who's overshifted, and you'll see it from the end zone shot, that Mike, he's able to come over the top, and he's going to one that's going to make the play on the quarterback read element. Now it's a 2-by-2 set. This is pure zone read scheme, so we'll skip this now. We'll just show you real quick. Again, it's all read option football. 4-eye technique here, playing in the B-gap. It allows this player, whatever you're doing with this player right now, whether you want to play gap exchange, and we detail all of those in our full-length special report. Various programs are implementing different types of gap exchanges, okay, particularly what teams like Jacksonville are doing with a read technique and actually reading the block of that tackle. We found very interesting, and that's in the full-length special report. But what they're doing right now is they're just taking a B-gap with that player. He's going to be the C-gap read element, okay, whether he's taken in this situation to quarterback, but now you have an overhang player, okay, the safety fill-in, so you're going to have +1, and playing in an odd front gets you that additional player in the back end for a numbers advantage. We're going back to the power read out of unbalanced. Again, strong outside linebackers blitzing the 2-man surface or the sniffer to take away the jet concept of the play. That allows that Mike linebacker to come over the top. He's going to be an extra ball player. Then you have your cutback player. There's a pretty good clip of it. We'll show you the end zone shot of this. The ball ends up being cut back into the linebacker who misses the tackle. Then the corner ends up running a very athletic quarterback down, as we'll see it here in a second. Okay, again, the presence of the 4-eye there. There's a down block at the point of attack. The guard cannot work to the overshifted Mike linebacker here. Okay, this H back is going to block the perimeter player, which is the strong side outside linebacker who is already pressuring. Now you have one player here, you have two players here, so you have 2-on-1 on the backside guard who's pulling. That's an automatic advantage for the defense, and being in the odd front allows you to do that because you have one extra player at the second level. Here's your cutback player who folds in late, and again, you're going to have 2-on-1 on the quarterback. The quarterback makes one miss right here. The corner eventually runs him down. And there's just another clip of some of the other same concept from a different angle. But you're going to see, coaches, in this special report from xnolabs.com on defending the spread run game with the odd front, that there's various reasons why coaches do it, but there's a lot of technical nuances into it in terms of the technique play. We talked about the read technique that Jacksonville's doing. There are a couple techniques that Army is doing in terms of the throw technique that they're using in a two-gap situation with their defensive ends. Okay, they also call a kill technique where the linebacker or the defensive end to the side of the back is able to take two gaps, okay, at the point of attack based on the angle of departure of the single back. And we explain all that, and we provide that for you in our full-length special report on defending the spread run game with the odd front.